Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fanny Hanono, Fanny Feldenkreis Hanono, and I am the proud daughter of George Feldenkreis. I am extremely honored to be here tonight to present the award to my father and Marita. I have gone to Hebrew school for many years, and my father spends his life telling everybody that he wasted all his money in my Hebrew education. Therefore, I am going to speak in Hebrew tonight, so if I fail, excuse me. Shalom לכולם. אני רוצה להתחיל עם כמה מילים בעברית. מאחר שאבי השקיע את מיטב כספו בחינוך היהודי שלי, אז מען הרואי שאשתמש בו באירוע שכזה. אני מאוד גאה להיות פה, בטקס חנוכת המרכז האונקולוגי החדש על שם יוסף פישמן. לומר כמה מילים על אבי היקר. I am now going to switch to English. I'm sorry, Dad, if I failed, but I'm going to switch to my mother tongue and not subject anybody else to my Hebrew. This institution, this amazing Rambam, after spending 3 days here, has taught us a lot. Especially, not only about the hospital, but about the man Rambam. He is referred to as a Nesher Gadol, a big eagle, because he was so full of wisdom and knowledge in so many fields. To me and to my family, our father is our Nesher Gadol, a majestic man. A man who came to Cuba, who came from Cuba to the United States with $700 in his pocket and a pregnant wife, and established a business that today employs over 2,700 people worldwide. A man like an eagle who spreads his wings and protects his family. A man like an eagle who is full of knowledge. A man like an eagle who, like very few other birds, the male eagle, he sits on his nest and protects his children. The bird, the eagle, protects his nest until the animals are ready to fly. My father protects his children, his grandchildren, and his great-grandchildren until they are ready to go out into the world. This is also the Rambam Hospital, the Eagle, a community hospital that protects its community and gives to everybody, Catholic, Muslim, Jewish, anybody who needs help, 2 million people. This is also the Eagle of this area. I am proud to be here tonight to be able to tell you about my father and about this great institution. I am proud to have you as my father, and on behalf of my entire family, of my brother, your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, and your friends that are here tonight, we adore you, we are proud of you, and we are honored to be here because you deserve this award and many more. God bless you, Daddy, and Marita, the woman who has stood by his side for many years. I always told you as a child that you are as special as Jerusalem, and you have always proved it. God bless you both, and may you be blessed with health and love for everything you do. Can you both please come up here?
Fanny, you did okay. I see that I didn't waste my money in Hebrew Academy, but you talk too much, and I'm kind of embarrassed. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Haverim behaverot. Professor Rafi Beyer, Professor Karl Korotsky, and all the faculty here tonight, Dr. Eppelbaum sitting next to me. I want to recognize all the distinguished guests that are here tonight, the mayor of Haifa, and yesterday I had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Ariella, Mr. Whiteheimer. Mr. Offer have some common friends in Miami with me, and I was very touched to see the Fishman family, what they did for it, and to meet Ruth Rappaport at the Dan Carmel. It's a great honor to be here with you, dear friends, and I want to thank you very much for your decision to make me an awardee of the 2015 Rambam Award. It's a great honor that I truly appreciate in a way that you cannot understand. I have all my life contributed to Jewish causes and to Israel, but you are the first that has honored me in Israel. And to me, this has been a very special night and a very special occasion. I grew up in a poor neighborhood in Havana from poor parents, like many of you. And at 12 years, I joined Betar in Havana. And I read about Zev Jabotinsky. And this was a big change in my life because as a child, I always was called that you're a Jew, that Jews have no country and Jews don't fight. And the Jews killed Jesus, and I assured them that I had nothing to do with that crime, but that was not enough. And when I started reading about Jabotinsky, the one thing that stayed all my life is that he taught us that 3,000 years ago, when all these Europeans that make fun of us and belittle us were running forests and called barbarians, we had poets and philosophers and great minds like King David and King Solomon and all our prophets, etc., etc. And that made me, for the first time, really proud to be a Jew. And a couple of years later, by 15, I was Natsir Betar by Cuba. In 1950, Menachem Begin, and that was a picture that you saw maybe, came to Cuba on a fundraiser, and that was an experience in my life forever. And I always lived committed to help other Jews, because that's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't discriminated other Jews, and that other Jews would not be discriminated like I was. And this is frankly in a country that basically Cuba was never an anti-Semitic country, but we knew we were like second-class citizens. We knew that if we have our own country, we would be respected wherever we are, and we would be defended wherever we are, and wherever Jews were in danger, we knew that we had a home. And this is very important in today's world, that all American Jews remember that, and that the current generation of Jews in America and all over the world is probably the wealthiest and best prepared that there has ever been in the history of Judaism. But we have to be aware of the realities of life in the world that we live today. Today, Rabbi Sachs had a very inspiring presentation. I'm sure you were all very touched by it. And one of the things he talked about was that there are 13 principles and one principle that refers to us, that refers to what we can do. And the issue is that we have to choose. We have to be the good and make good or bad and make bad, and that's in our own will. And sometimes when I speak to young people, I tell them that life is our options. And the harder the options, the stronger you become. And it's easier to go the easy way. As a youngster, you go to a party instead of studying for exam next week. Maybe you start working very young and then you don't get an education and you're nobody in life. So it's always about options. And if you take the wrong options many times in life, you will be responsible for it, and your life will be wasted in what you can do for humanity. What is important is that through thousands of years, we were precluded to come back to our land. It took us 2,000 years, but we came back to our land. And what a land did we come back to? Every time I come to Israel, I am prouder and prouder of being a Jew. Because I was here many years ago when it was desert and I didn't see the swamps. But I remember how happy I was when in November 29, 1947, 12 years old, United Nations voted for the partition of Palestine, and we all went, the whole Jewish community went to the Zionist Center, and there we danced and we had a party. And May 14, 1948, Ben-Gurion declared the establishment of the first Jewish state in 2,000 years, and how proud I was and how that instilled even more in me how to go forward in my life and what it meant. And today at the conference and Rambam, and then I had an opportunity to visit Technion in the afternoon. And when you put together the merger of medicine and tech that we have now here in Rambam, we can just foresee the future of the Jewish people. This is tremendous when you consider that what we're doing in medicine, what we're doing in technology, what we're doing in every human endeavor and environment and everything, we are now at the same level as the rest of the world, and we only started 60 years ago, 60-some years ago. Can you imagine a few years from now, we're going to be in front of the whole world on all the major disciplines in life, and Rambam and Technion are going to be in the forefront of that progress. I know that in a few years we will conquer a lot of the sicknesses that we know today. Maybe new ones will show up, but at least the one we have known, we have seen today how much of the cardiovascular thicknesses have come down, and the same is true with cancer. There are many types of cancer that actually have been cured. So today, I'm very proud of my heritage. I'm very proud of what Israel has accomplished, and I'm very proud to be able to help Rambam even a little bit, and God willing, I'll be able to help more. I want to thank Marita, who has been my best partner and who has sometimes had to deal with some of my temper. We know all business people have some temper some days. I want to thank my children, Oscar, Fanny, Ellen. Those are my two children, their spouses. I have 8 grandchildren here, I have 4 great-grandchildren, 4 nephews, for a total of 21. So I've made my contribution to Israel that way too, and to Elal. I have also 4 friends from childhood. We were little children running around in Havana. They're here tonight, Moreno and Zenaida Habib, and Rose and Susie Chorosky. So we have lived a life together, and we have had all these experiences of I don't even know how many years. I do want to thank also Michelle Segielny and Dr. Etzi Golan and Dr. Ora Israel, who unfortunately is not here tonight. And they have all been fabulous people, and Rambam has a great team both on the professional side and on the medical side. So all I can tell you is that I will continue doing my best to help Rambam, to help Technion, to help Israel, because this is a Jewish enterprise. And all Jews should be committed to the same enterprise, and I'll do whatever I can to help it. Thank you again. Toda rabba, haverim vehaverot.